Miss Cathy McMahon, Irish First Mothers Group, and Mr. Fintan Dunn, Irish First Mothers Group. You're very welcome.
Mr. Chairman, Deputies and Senators, thank you very much on behalf of Irish First Mothers.
This is new legislation currently going through pre-legislative scrutiny in the Oireachtas Joint Committee on Health and Children.
Irish First Mothers is a peer-to-peer mutual support group for women who lost children to adoption. We have over 50 verified members, and we range in age from early 40s to mid-70s. Most of us were incarcerated in so-called mother and baby homes, and I'm representing our majority view.
But among all of the different groups that have come before us, a voice there representative of an organisation called First Mothers, and Cathy McMahon came before the Joint Oireachtas Committee, and it would have been viewed, and I know from speaking with colleagues since last Thursday, that it was one of the most passionate and one of the most intense and impressive contributions to date.
Well, I'm here to advise this committee that we mothers never sought, nor were we ever offered confidentiality. Instead, we were threatened to never attempt to make contact with our children again.
Take your time. You're doing well. Try to get a glass of water, take a drink.
Thank you, Chairman. I have some. My unabiding memory of my incarceration in a mother and baby home was of the mothers screaming in anguish following the often forced removal of their babies. So those birth and adoption information records are not normal confidential records. They are our evidence related to the illegal acts to which we and our infants were subjected.
A very passionate contribution, and it's one that struck a chord with political voices right across the board. And I have no doubt that from my own knowledge and experience of meeting women within our own constituency of Cavan and Monaghan who have been through this exact experience, that Cathy was indeed speaking truthfully and reflecting honestly on the experience of the overwhelming number of women who have been through this quite tragic period within their lives, being left, coming back home to their own community place, but without the child that they would miss and yearn to hold, yearn to meet for the rest of their lives. As Cathy made very, very clear on Thursday, that very, very few, if any, she even questioned if any, were actually willingly giving up their child. This notion that women were willingly giving up their child for adoption.
So the very minimum we can offer all potential victims of this illegal process is prompt and unhindered access to the evidence, the records of the crime against their natural identity. We feel that all parties to illegal, historical adoptions, the child, the natural parents, the adoptive parents, have rights to available information in relation to the adoptions.
They were forced into a situation and their child forcibly taken from them. We want to see all of that confined to the sad pages of history in this country. We need to see legislation in place, and whatever stonewalling there is in relation to the release of information, whatever traceability needs have to be met, it's high time that societally we recognised that there is a right for mother and child to know each other in their respective lifetimes.